Look, there's a UFO. Whoa, the video already started. Okay, no one told me reading 100 volumes in a few days would be this hard. I just finished reading volume 100 and need to upload a video quick, so I'm just gonna ramble going forward. Okay, I started the week off at volume 9 and ended at 100, so I actually read 91 volumes. Though being honest, I just read the volume extras. But I've spent my whole life with One Piece, so I think me saying I've read the volumes still counts. Totally, yeah, but it was still thousands of pages I had to get through, and I thoroughly read them all. I actually read the SBSs twice up to volume 82. I needed to get to 100 for the title, so I stopped at the end there. But I still read them thoroughly. No skipping or skimming. Some volumes took me almost 2 hours to read, most took an hour. You could do the math yourself, but I was dedicated to actually reading them honestly. Though I never would have guessed how many games there are in the volumes, mazes, quizzes, and a lot more. Those might have been the toughest pages to get through. I spent a lot of time on them, but they were pretty fun sometimes. And as pretty much all of the volume extras are community-based, it was really interesting seeing the readership change decade after decade, and Oda too, I guess. Okay, getting to the elephant in the room. The SBS, by far the most popular volume edition. I'd only read a few myself before this week started, and only heard about the rest here or there over the years, so after I actually read the thousands of questions and answers, I thought I was going to say something like, whoa, you have to read them, or something like that. But that thought vanished into thin air. They were pretty wholesome at the start, I think, but after Timi Ueda entered the scene as one of the most influential people in One Piece history, things changed and it slowly turned into a mind-melting sea of utter depravity. My respect and admiration for Oda have never been so low. I thought it couldn't get worse, but it just kept going and going, deeper and deeper, until my mind broke. But not gonna lie, I loved every second. Wait, no, I didn't write that, did I? No, that wasn't me, that was Chaguro? No, I mean, Sanada. Wait, what am I saying? Forget all of that. If you're not utterly insane, you don't need to go through thousands of Chinko fluers. I mean it. Most of the interesting answers rise from the slop and get shared around. Anyway, I do think I've made irreversible damage to my psyche going through this, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I've been utterly mindfucked.